All right. 4-4 is solving the system with 3 variables. Remember, if you have 3 variables from yesterday, we talked about how many equations do we have to have? 3. So anytime we have 3 variables, you have to have 3 equations, and that's why this has 3 equations. This kind of gives you your steps, and then we're going to go through these steps. To solve 3 variables, what you do is you choose a variable to eliminate. It doesn't matter if you choose X, Y, or Z. For this one, I found out that I have to tell you which one we're going to eliminate, but you would still get the same answer. No matter if you chose X, Y, or Z, you'll still get the same answer. Then we're going to choose 2 equations to get rid of that one variable. All right. Then we're going to choose the other 2 equations to get rid of the same variable. And we are going to go through this. I'm just reading it to you. And then we're going to use the 2 new equations to get rid of the remaining variables. All right? So, to help you guys out, so when you're looking at your notes again, call this 1, 2, and 3. So we are going to have 3 equations. Our first equation, second equation, and third equation. All right? Now, when you are doing these on your own, it doesn't matter if you pick X, Y, or Z to get rid of it. But for the sake of this one, we are going to get rid of our Y's. And we are going to choose 1 and 3. And I'm going to go A so that you guys can, when you look back, you'll see what we did. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, because this is Y and this is negative Y, that's why we're choosing Y. So I have X plus Y plus Z is equal to 4. Remember, that's our equation 1. And I'm bringing down our equation 3. So 2x minus y minus 2z is equal to a negative 1. That's our equation 3. So first step, choose the variable you're getting rid of. Second step, choose 2 equations to get rid of that variable. All right. The nice thing about these is you don't have to do anything except for add down, and it's going to get rid of y. So 1x and 2x, that gives me 3x. The y's cancel. And now we have z minus 2z gives me a z, a negative z. And 4 minus 1 gives me 3. What equation have we not used yet? The middle one, the second one. So we have to, in our next one, when we take the next one, we have to use that middle one. So we have to use x minus 2y minus z is equal to 1. We have to use that equation. We have to get rid of what variable? Y, because that's the one we got rid of on A, so we have to get rid of y again. Now, it doesn't matter if you choose 1 or 3, but since we're doing the notes that I have, I chose number 1. So I'm going to bring down my first equation. So I'm bringing down x plus y plus z is equal to 4. I want to get rid of y. What can I multiply the bottom by to get rid of y? 2. So I'm going to be multiplying this one by 2. So I'm going to actually bring it down. I'm going to bring down x minus 2y minus z is equal to 1. And I'm multiplying this by 2. So I have 2x plus 2 times y gives me 2y plus 2z equals 8. Now I'm going to pause there, make sure you guys all realize how we did it. What's my next step?
Then add down.
Add them together. So I have 3x, my y's cancel out,
Plus z
plus z equals 9. All right. We are at the next one. It says, use the two new equations to solve for the remaining two variables. These are my new equations. So I'm going to bring them over here so we can use them. So we have, this is going to be where our D is to help you guys out when you look at it later. So we have 3x minus z is equal to 3. And 3x plus z is equal to 9. What do you guys notice? Z's are going to cancel out. So because these are going to cancel out, we don't have to multiply. If they didn't, then you'd have to multiply by something. But they are going to cancel out, so we're going to cancel those out. So we have 3x and 3x gives me 6x is equal to 12. So x is 2. I have x. Now I need to find what z is. It says you could use either one of these to find what z is. I used this one. So we have 3 times 2 plus z is equal to 9. 3 times 2 is 6, plus z is equal to 9. Z is equal to 3. If you didn't see that, you'd subtract 6 from both sides. Z is 3. How are we going to find out what y is? Plug x and z back into the original is right. Yep, that's what you meant. So I'm going to come up here because I have to see the equation. So this is my, anybody not done with E? Before I go on. Alright, last step. And I'm going to call that F so you can see that that's done last. And we have x plus y plus z is equal to 4. So I know that x is 2. I don't know what y is. And I know z is 3. So I have y plus 5 is equal to 4. Subtract 5. Y is equal to a negative 1. Alright, if ever you want to, if they ever have a, put it like a point kind of thing, remember you always go alphabetical, so you would go X, Y, Z. So if it says like this and there's commas, just so you know, it would be 2, Y is negative 1, Z is 3. Always alphabetical if it ever asks you to put it in the point form. And this would be, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a 3D graph. A 3D graph is where you would have your X, Y, and Z. Alright, now I will tell you, for those of you that like a challenge or like to see how things work out, I actually, when I did this the first time, last hour, I wanted to actually get rid of my X's. Alright, so I chose 1 and 2, I got rid of my X, and then I did 3 and another one, got rid of my X. And, well, you should get the same thing. However, and I can look to see what you messed up, but what happens is Z drops out. So you end up, you are, like, after this, at this point, you already know what Z is. And so then you would plug it back in. But that's, I was contemplating if I should leave it like that or give you guys a good one. But I decided to go back to the drawing board and pick 2 more. But I will look at yours because they should give you the same answers. They just would drop out faster if you pick the other ones. So, questions. And this is just practice. So, I mean, that's how to do this is you just have to keep practicing. So, I'm going to give you your homework. And I'm going to have you guys try number 1, and then in a little bit we'll come back together and we'll try to do number 1 together if you didn't get it.